Right, we're at the enclosed ground at Whitehawk after a bitterly disappointing 1-0 defeat for the Wings. Tris, did you ever feel like we was going to score today?
No. You could say there's a couple of half chances in the first half, but I think we could be here till next week and we wouldn't score today.
We haven't scored since that man Coombs left.
Yeah.
We brought in 5 players to replace 2, a winger and a striker. We've brought in, I believe, 3 wingers and 2 strikers. Have we done good business by bringing in 5, trying to replace 2? Could we have tried to bring in 2 players?
I think we tried to bring in 2 of, should you say, more proven quality. We were gutted that one of them turned us down, who scored 20 odd goals in League 2 last year. We thought we were close on that, so I couldn't say that we haven't gone for those type of players. So what you said is right, and that's what we tried to do. You know, what we've had on the pitch, I think should be good enough, but ultimately the results and facts tell the story. We haven't scored for 3 games. You know, I thought Tuesday night and today, I thought the back 4 that you can't throw anything at them boys. And Chris, you know, it's another good free kick that's beat us. But let's be honest, if you don't score goals at the other end, eventually you're going to come unstuck. And I think that goal was coming during the game. If I'm honest, anyone that was here, I felt they probably deserved the goal at that period, but we didn't throw anything at them in the second half. You know, and we've had a chat afterwards, and there's definitely some things that need to be done, and it's really disappointing because we didn't make a go of it, you know. And people are being given an opportunity. You make the subs early to try and have an impact, and you know, I think everybody, including the staff's got to have a good long look at themselves and think, are they doing everything they can to get us out of this situation? Because it is a situation. I said to the lads in there, if you didn't think you're in a relegation battle, you have to just go and look at the league table. It's a relegation battle, and you have to have certain qualities to get out of that. And it's not all about quality. Sometimes it's heart, soul, desire, which we had on Tuesday. But you know, again, a lack of consistency because we didn't see that today.
Recently, we've played a lot of teams in and around us, and we've not got good results. We've not even looked like getting good results, to be perfectly honest. Where do we go from here, Tris? What do we do to try and...
Well, I think we seem to be better against the better sides, but I wouldn't want to take that as a guarantee every week. I think, you know, we've all got to sit down after today and have a good long chat about what needs to be done, because certainly something needs to be done, whether that's from a staffing point of view, a playing point of view, whatever. But the supporters who travelled down didn't deserve to watch certainly the second half display they saw today, and I thought Whitehawk deserved it. Not going to take anything away from them. I just could not believe how lacklustre an attacking threat we were in the second half. Like you say, we've got given 4 wingers a chance to play today. Although admittedly Harry and Dan aren't natural wingers, but I thought Vass and Reece were really disappointing. You know, and just 2 big lads up front. We're not even getting balls in the box. So just sometimes you have to take it on the chin, and other times you've got to look at it and go, that's not right. And I think that's one today. It's not right, and whatever needs to be done quickly.
You said either staff or players.
Yeah.
Having looked at those recent games against sides around us where we haven't looked good enough, with a lot of the teams at the top to come, we have to do something, Tristan. Yeah. Whether it's players or staff.
Absolutely right. And you know, I said to you the other week, it's about the club, and from my point of view now, you know, the first thing to address is why we're not scoring goals, because it's 3 games, and any team that doesn't score for 3 games has got a problem, let's be honest. You know, Tuesday night was good, and so the last 2 games goalkeepers have made some great saves against us, but the goalkeepers could have gone home at half time. You know, not had to make a save. So yeah, something needs to be done. I think we've all just got to reflect on today and work out what that is. I think it would be foolish to say what that is right now, but certainly something needs to be done.
We're fairly calm, I believe, when we're talking to players after games and stuff. Is that still calmness, or was there a little bit of anger today?
I had a little pop today because some of the lads, 3 of the boys got here at 2:10 today, and I find that, without wanting to swear on air.
Can I ask something there? Did they play?
Yes, they did.
And so has things changed from before when we left that Christian and
If I'm honest, and I think that's a valid question, I think we probably shot ourselves in the foot that day. And you know, I think on reflection we decided that the game was too important to do that today.
So we don't have a policy as such?
We do have a policy, but ultimately I'm saying that last time that shot us in the foot by sticking with it. So we've said to those lads we felt they owed us today, and I didn't think they delivered. So You know, sometimes you give the players the trust and the loyalty of it, and people say that's a lack of discipline. It's a long journey, and there was a crash, but I was here at 1 o'clock. The rest of the lads were here at 1 o'clock, so they've had a bit of a home truth said to them. I thought Michael should have got sent off at the end. So I think all in all, there's been some issues today that, like I said, need to be resolved.
The only good thing there is that it was actually sheeting down with rain straight in the camera lens, so that's a complete blur. So there's nothing on camera at all for that.
No, I
but
think,
it did certainly, for me, it looked like he was running back, and the two of them have clashed. Whether that was Michael.
The lad's fouled him and he's pushed him, but then again, their number 11 should get sent off earlier in the game.
That was right on camera.
Because he's on the second yellow and he's pushed him in the face. So
exactly.
that's, listen, to be honest, would that make a difference of us scoring a goal? No. So there's not. You would never get an excuse out of me. We weren't good enough, full stop, and that's, staff and players, we weren't good enough today.
So our next league game, would you say that the lineup of the last two games won't be the lineup we see? Will you make changes based on that performance?
I think, like was just said, something's got to change. And whether that's in the staffing area or the playing area, something's got to be done. If people have had an impact in the last few games and didn't have an impact today. So I think consistency is a massive thing at this level, and we certainly haven't got that at the minute.
I thought first half we showed heart. I thought there was heart there, but then we seemed to, like say, second half, did we even come out on the pitch?
No, I think there's no different approach to what there was on Tuesday night when I thought the display was full of heart, and that's why sometimes it's a bit baffling as a coach, and you just think, what's the difference? Is there a magic formula to it? I'm not sure. I think losing Slabber early in the game wasn't ideal because you've used up a sub, but he can be a threat up there. I thought Alex was really disappointing second half. Be honest, really disappointing. And he's been a gamble. There's another Conference South club that were trying to sign him one at the top, and the agreement was we'd have a look at it until Tuesday. And on today, I think he delivered. So if he's involved Tuesday, he's certainly got to do more than what he did today.
Do you see some of the players that are on non-contract that have come in leaving?
I think, as I said to you before, it'd be foolish to make knee-jerk reactions, and I think it's very frustrating from our point of view. And the names that we were trying to get in decided that it wasn't right. And at this time of the season, let's be honest, not many people want to walk into a relegation battle. You've got to be a certain type of character to do that. So we need to have a look at it and certainly try and address it. And if it's not addressed, it's just that in there, you have to stick together in these situations. I've been at clubs in relegation battles before and got out of them, and they're not pretty and they're not nice. But you have to play a certain type of football sometimes that isn't pretty and isn't nice. But you've got to have the players capable of doing it. And as I said, it all needs to be reviewed and looked at and decide what the best form of action is.
So we've gone from 4-4-1-1 to 4-4-2 of late, last couple of games.
Yeah.
Are you happy with the formation?
I think the other night you couldn't argue that it gave us a platform to be competitive, but on today, I just thought. They played three at the back, and they played three at the back, and we didn't get the ball wide enough, quick enough. When you play two up front, you get the ball wide and deliver balls into the box. I couldn't. But are you disappointed
that Jordan's putting balls into the box and Reece is outside him?
You couldn't show me a cross from a wide player in the second half, I would imagine. Even when people are coming inside, you've got 2 6-foot+ lads in the box. They're just not willing to get balls into the box, which, from my point of view, I don't really understand. And that's why I'm saying, if we're not getting our message across, then that's something we've got to look at. And humble enough to do that, absolutely.
So we'll sort of put today's game to bed as such, but on Tuesday, I believe we've got a home Kent Senior Cup game against Bromley.
Yeah.
Do you anticipate a strongish squad? Will it be?
I would say, people like Tom Richards probably deserve to play because he hasn't played since the Western game, and maybe we're missing a trick there. So it's an important game on Tuesday because you've got to bounce back from a performance like that, which, again, can harp on about the back four. You can't fault the boys at the back. Danny was excellent again, but the same players are excellent every week, and it's the ones that are coming in that have got to try and live up to their level. So it's disappointing to get beat by another free kick as well. We get a free kick in the first half, and I think we're still looking for it. You've got to make things happen, and we just didn't make things happen today. I thought it was a really flat. The second half was the worst I've seen since watching the team play.
So we'll go back to my main point about. Sorry, no, that's fine. About Tuesday's game, we understand that there'll be changes, but I feel the last 3 games we've been trying to nick a goal and
Yeah,
trying to nick a draw.
Yeah.
So, given in mind that Coombs has gone, we've brought in strikers, and we don't look like scoring. What I'll say to you is, do you see a turnover of players still to try and get the right striker in?
I think that's something we've got to look at. We've got to look at what Slabber's injury situation is after today. We haven't got, let's be honest, there needs to be a goal scorer in the group. We've lost 34 goals out of the team, and a wide player who's created a lot of them and made things happen. So, the team's not scored a massive amount of goals this year, and we've lost the majority out of those goals out of the squad. So, is it easy to replace? No. Adam's got a great deal at Sutton and deserves it, and to replace players like that isn't easy. So, we certainly haven't done that yet. I think that's plain for everyone to see. You've only got to look at the scorelines.
Would you say that the money got from the Netty and Coombs has been gone, it's spent? Or would you believe there's a bit of money there to bring someone in?
I think that, as I said, some of the boys that are in a non-contract, so if they have to be moved on, they have to be moved on. I think that, if you look at Tuesday night, you'd say that people can do a job. I thought Michael was good on Tuesday night. Looked to go for it. Today I didn't think he did. So you're flipping a coin. One was good, one wasn't in the performances. So I certainly think
he's doing it 50% of the time good enough for us.
No, absolutely not. No question's not good enough, and that goes for the team effort. I can't fault the back four. Really can't. I thought they were as good as they were on Tuesday night, but Ricky's saying, you got to have a breathe. We end up putting Ricky up front at the end to try and give us something. So you end up one of the centre halves who's been excellent, having to try and go and give us a goal for it. So I think that answers the question, what we need to look to do.
Final word for the fans, Tristan. I mean, a few of them were shouting at the end that it's not good enough. You've already said it wasn't good enough.
No.
And a word of thanks to them that have come down here and support.
Listen, I felt, it's absolutely teeming down the rain at the end. And I said to you the other day that sometimes the players have got to give the supporters something to cheer about. Like you said, they haven't won at home for 12 games. Their supporters are, because they can see that their team are looking like scoring a goal. If I was stood behind a goal, I'd be hurling abuse at people.
Who do the players owe much? To the chairman, to interim coaching staff,
I think
or to the fans?
I think we all have got to look at it and say, people coming off saying it's not good enough. It's not. So there's no point hiding behind it, and we'll have to find what the right course of action is. But the supporters certainly deserve better than what they got today.
Well, I think you've been very honest. Thanks for coming out and facing the music so soon after the game. And let's hope we can get a few wins on the bounce.
Fingers crossed.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.